Yo guys, what's up? It's Callum here. Just out on the 2022 Yamaha MT10 and just wanted to have a chat about the difference between this and the Gen 1 MT10 and whether it's worth the, spending the extra money on a new one, or should you buy a second-hand one with maybe low mileage that's got a nice spec on it. So I did a bit of research, had a look online, had a look at what the Gen 1 MT10s are going for. Now if you're looking for one that's low mileage, Aquaprov exhaust, Austin Racing, whatever, maybe been remapped, just been really well looked after, really fresh, you're going to be looking at between sort of 10 and 11k, even more if you want one that's like top spec, extra low mileage, fairly new. So you're going to be looking at about sort of 11.5 to 12 for one of those. Now if you want to buy a new Yamaha MT10 bone stock, that is, then you're looking between the regions of, depending on whether you buy it from a dealer up north or a dealer down south. Now up north you can pick them up for 13.1, and in the south you pick them up for 13.5. Now, so you really, what you're looking at is, you're looking at a couple of grand, I would say 2 to 3 grand if you're looking for that nice spec Gen 1. I know the new ones come standard, but what I would say is my opinion is I would get a new one, and the reason for that is you get quite a lot more on the new one that you didn't get on the old one. This is if you were to buy a standard one, not the SP. Now you get the 6-axis IMU that comes with the Yamaha R1 6-axis control, which enables you to control quite a few more settings on the bike. I won't go in detail now, we'll probably do that in another video. You get the updated, I don't know if you can see it, but the updated display, which is really smart, comes on the Gen 1 SP, I believe it's the same one. You get upgraded brakes, so you get the Brembo master cylinder on these, and I think they've updated something to do with the calipers now. It has been a complaint of the old MT10 owners that the brakes aren't good enough, so there's an improvement right there for you. A lot of the people that do the big reviews say, they're still a bit wooden, but I have to say I think that's for people that are riding the track a lot, because for the roads you're going to really be riding hard and way too fast to outbrake yourself, and in my opinion they feel fine. It's 10mm higher ride heights. It definitely feels a little bit more sporty than the Gen 1, maybe a little bit more nosy. Obviously you'll get a brand new set of S22 Bridgestone tyres, which are really good tyres, I have to say, just give you a lot of confidence in the corners. And they have changed some parts in the engine, so I think, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think the parts that were titanium are now steel, and they've done that to create more inertia, which gives the bike more torque in the mid-range, which is crazy because it already had more than enough torque, and about 4 or 5 more brake horsepower. And you get the updated looks. Now obviously it depends whether you like the looks, but that's down to opinion, but I just want to talk about the upgrade you'll get mechanically on the bike. Now it's also 5 or 6 years newer than when they brought out the first Gen 1. So for me, if I was thinking I want a top of the range Gen 1 MT10, or do I buy a brand new MT10, I would just get the new one. I don't think that it's worth, if you got an old one, I just reckon it's one of those things where after a year or two you probably think, I should have just got the new one really for what it was worth. And you are getting a brand new bike, no mileage, 2 years warranty as well, which you won't get if you buy a second-hand one. And for me, there's enough reasons right there just to bite the bullet, spend a bit more money, get a brand new bike. And I was so close to buying an old one, but I heard news from my local dealer that Wholefire, they're bringing a new one out. Well, they didn't actually tell me this, but they told me they are bringing a new one out next year. They didn't tell me Wholefire. They obviously wanted to sell me a Gen 1, which I said no. And yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying riding this. Now if you go watch all the other big reviews on YouTube, they'll all rave about how it's got a decent amount of power for the roads and it is a great bike. I agree. The only niggles I do have of it is in certain places like the fairings around here, don't know if you can see, but where the air intakes are, it just feels, and I'm still not 100% sure on the styling, but other than that, you know, mechanically it's so much fun, and that R1 engine is just like an absolute ripper. It's got so much power, and yeah, all the big vloggers, they'll say like, yes, they've just improved it since the last one. One thing I would say as well, they say that they've increased the fuel economy. I didn't own an old MT10 Gen 1, so I can't really tell you too much about that, but what I can say is that yeah, they are bloody thirsty, and I'm always the first one in my group to need to stop, give everyone the refuel sign, and away we go once we're filled up. So yeah, that's my thoughts on whether you should buy a new one or a Gen 1, and yeah, that's it from me, so I'll catch you all soon.